Yeah. Hey guys, welcome to the Rambling Gypsy podcast. My name is Tiffany Foy. This is my very good friend Kel.
Hi there.
We are not for everyone, but we are for some, and that is exactly what this podcast and our stories are about. So this is our porch. This is where we solve the world's problems. We are fortunate to be fortunate on a regular basis, and so anyways, welcome. We have some funny things that we want to talk about today. And we have, if you guys heard on the first episode, I think we talked about how many husbands, ex-husbands. Well, it kind of sounds weird.
I failed to specify that some of them were ex.
Yeah.
No judging.
Baggage. We got a whole bunch of boys. We have a whole bunch of boys. I've got 3. She's got 2. My sister has 3, so we have our own little football team. Ours are grown, hers are little. So
lucky me.
Yeah. So we're gonna tell some fun mom
Adventure,
stories today.
Life, mom in it.
So we between the two of us have never really honestly talked about younger and me being
how it all started.
A tomboy growing up, and which goes back to our friendship and how we started, because some people can hang out with women, some can't. We're not really those. I don't know. I mean, kind of, I guess we are. It's just sometimes when people click, they click, and sometimes when they don't, they obviously don't. You and I clicked, which goes back to our first story that we kind of told everybody, so you can catch that on the first episode. But anyways, I have always been a tomboy growing up. You said you have always been a tomboy growing up.
Same. I lived in a neighborhood with nothing but boys, so if you wanted to play, you were running with the boys.
Yeah. We didn't really have kids because we were out in the country, but we did have...
each other?
Well, yeah. I had a little brother, but I was outside. I was always hunting, fishing.
Playing in
with
the dirt.
My dad, playing with the dirt. I had all the animals. I had Tonka trucks. I didn't have dolls. I didn't have that.
Dolls.
I had dogs, and I was outside.
You had a
real dogs.
Creatures.
I was outside tying them to fence posts and
training them. You was training them.
Yeah, I was riding them.
Yeah, well,
riding the bird dogs.
Would you behave?
Yeah.
I mean, I've been in this town a long time, and I'm telling you, I lived on one of the first streets. So all behind us used to be woods.
Because you grew up out off of 725.
Lake Dunlap.
Right.
Used to be the creek Lake Dunlap, but we got water again.
I know.
So it's a lake again.
Yeah.
But there was nothing but dirt hills, and we was out there climbing, jumping, riding the bikes.
Yeah.
There was a time they came and dug a big hole, and they just started filling it with washers and dryers and stuff. I guess that's a landfill. And then they, just closed it up. But we would go down there exploring,
They did that in your subdivision? You had a big hole?
Oh, yeah. Paint cans, we were sticking nails in them, watching stuff fly out, just trying to die, I guess.
So did you have tapeworms as a child?
Not that I knew of,
Are those the ones that come out of your butt?
Yeah, and you eat a whole bunch.
Well,
I heard people doing that on purpose to lose weight.
Well, no, I didn't, but I had
Mexican
the ones,
thing.
whichever
Worms
ones,
in your belly.
that come out of your butt at night.
Pinworms.
Okay,
that's what that is, from dirty fingernails.
Yeah, that was
And that's another kid problem.
Yeah.
I've been through that with my own child. Myself.
Yeah.
No, so it was a lot of dirt and fun and, riding with the boys and getting stung by bees.
Which I think is why we hardly ever get sick, because,
yeah, you got a good immune system.
Worms growing up as a child that come out of your butt.
Okay, we're going to leave that one.
Yeah.
But these are all real.
So in case you really want to get to know me, there you go. There you go. It's disgusting, but it is what it is. So anyways, as we're now grown and we're adults and we're moms and we're boy moms, which...
thank goodness.
I asked the Lord, please, God, do not give me any girls.
Same.
Because I knew what I was.
Amen. I don't want to deal with myself.
Complete hellion. I mean, was I a complete hellion? Yeah. I mean, am I still? Yeah, probably.
Consistent.
I would say.
At least you're consistent.
I would say so.
I think I was shy, and then I got mouthy, and I'm the firstborn, so, it's like a birth order thing.
But like you said, always growing up with boys and always hanging around boys, and then boom, I had 3 boys. Thank you, baby Jesus.
Woo.
And but so I got to tell you some funny stories that you and I have not talked about some of our boys, and I think it'll be fun that we just kind of compare some.
We've never actually heard these stories.
No, between the
Okay.
two of us, and
We talk about a lot of
talked
shit.
about a lot of stories, but these are some fun ones. And so I have to tell you, okay, so I told you that, and my sister got 3 boys, right? So her 3 are older, and then are my 3. So her youngest and Gage, my oldest, they're 9 months apart, right? So when she had, okay, so the 2 oldest, Brett, Tyler, and everybody that has ever had the middle child, and they say that the middle child is the problem child or whatever. That is Tyler. So if you look up
So between you and your sister, you got a gang of boys. And
we
y'all
do.
Just
We have a whole
them all together.
a whole football team, right? And so, and you look up, and everybody says that the shit show of the middle child is whatever. It should literally. And I love you, Tyler, and you know I love you.
He's probably gonna watch this.
And he should.
He's gonna hear you.
And he will, and he knows because I tell him we're very, very, very close. We're a very, very tight knit family. But yes, he.
And what did Tyler do?
Well,
What did
Tyler just came. Like, okay, so and just like Rowan that you said, he came this
that
way. Okay, well that's Tyler. Tyler came this way. Tyler and Rowan have a lot in common.
Didn't do anything different. They just
So we were always together in the evenings, my sister and I and the kids and what have you. And so Brett and Tyler were in the bathtub because that was the easiest way to do things. You know, Austin was little, tiny baby, and I was pregnant with Gage. And my sister goes in the bathroom, and they're playing and whatever, bubble bath or whatever, trucks and toys. And Tyler had properly drilled a hole in a bar of soap.
we can all guess where this is going.
She comes out and she's screaming bloody murder. Tyler, what are you doing? And I'm sorry, Tyler, and I love you. But I'm not going to tell everybody what you're doing, but we all know what you were doing. And yeah. And,
Had the forethought to drill the hole.
yeah. And he's saying, watch it grow.
He thought it was a magic trick.
He was so impressed and so proud of himself.
I mean, we're all kind of impressed, but
yeah, he was like 2.
it's a
2
real
maybe.
thing.
It was, I don't know. It was,
And mamas don't know about all this.
so
Put it away. Don't let nobody touch it.
Right. Yeah. And that was the whole, you know,
No.
you don't share the bar of soap. You don't drop the bar of soap. You don't drill a
you
hole
should
in the
take
bar
that
of
with you.
soap. You just don't do any. These are life lessons. And so
Some people got to learn the hard way.
that's very, oh my God. And those are the moments that you just want to call your therapist in the middle of the night and go, look, where did I fuck up? What
There is
happened?
no
I didn't know that
instruction.
you can't leave a bar of soap in the
Nobody knew.
in the bathtub
You want 'em to get
with
clean.
the child, and they're just thinking, okay, whatever.
There's no
Anyways,
instruction manual for these children, and they don't all operate the same.
No.
That is the thing. Because
No.
you do something with one and it works, and you think, I can do this again. I got this.
Yeah,
That wasn't
no.
bad. And then the next one comes out swinging, and you're like,
Yeah.
wait a minute. This is not how the other one went.
No.
I mean,
Polar
the day
opposite.
Rome was born, they put him on my chest, and he raised his head. He looked me square in the eye, and I thought, oh, Lord, baby Jesus, they're not supposed to do that.
No. Because you
like,
do that. You're in the
really
delivery
strong.
room. This is what you do on a daily basis.
I
You are-
work with newborn babies,
all
and
the
let me tell you,
time.
they don't do that.
No.
No.
But
And
yours did.
Let's mention Rome was born on my birthday.
Yes. And my youngest son's birthday. So there's 3.
We got a lot of Geminis.
There's 3 of them.
a sense
yes.
of pattern forming here. So I'm already mad that my birthday is stolen.
Right.
The nurses are checking my ID band. Oh, it's your birthday too. They're so excited for me, and I'm just still mad.
Yeah.
I'm mad about this birthday stealing, baby. May 24th is like Memorial Day weekend.
Yes.
It's like I'm birthday zilla. I
Yeah.
love to do a whole birthday thing, and now I told my husband, if I'm going to have a second baby, I want to do it by the time I turn 35. I'll be damned. On the 35th birthday, this little dude
have-
just shows up, comes out swinging, and he's like nothing I have
Yes.
ever met in my life.
Which is exactly how my 3rd child is. Because if
see?
you take the first 2 and you put them in a blender, out comes the 3rd one.
Surprise.
You got the ornery, you got the cute, you got the mean, and my middle child is absolutely nothing at all like the whole
like
middle
your typical.
no, like God love you, like Tyler. He's absolutely nothing. He's
Golden boy.
Oh my gosh. Just the sweetest, kindest, most gentle 6'7" giant of a boy you've ever seen. You know, and we
And
call
he
him.
came like that.
He did. He came out full grown, but yeah, just the sweetest thing you have ever met. But okay, so you gotta have a story to tell. You gotta have a.
Oh, I have so many stories.
You have a lot of stories.
So Rowan,
you gotta tell.
like I said, he came out swinging, and when he was a baby, we had to actually install a cage in the living room because you could not just let him run free. He's heavy-handed, is what we call it at our house. A
cage.
I'm talking about an octagon, like a MMA octagon.
How tall was this cage?
It was like 3.5 feet tall, like a whole ass baby cage. And I used to have to lay in there and take a nap with him because you couldn't just let him run free. I mean, anything that could be broken, he would break it. And
Mind you, he is 7, and you still.
He's still like that.
And you still lay with him.
I don't
put him
have
to
him
bed at night. You do. Tell everybody.
I do. He's a mama's boy. He was born
bad.
on my birthday. He said, "Me and you are the same, Mama. We are the same. I'm going to live with you forever." He has the biggest heart, but bless his heart, he is heavy-handed.
Is that why my 20-year-old is still at home? Because he's going to live with me forever?
Damn. Did he mean that?
I guess. I mean, y'all are all born on the same day. I don't know. I'm asking you.
I mean,
this is what we do on the porch. I'm looking for some advice here.
You're way ahead of me. You're supposed to give me the advice. Shit, so hopefully he's just extra loving. He was swinging spatulas as a baby in the walker. I mean, fly swatters, spatulas. I remember removing a golf club from his hand on 2 occasions in the living room because he was too close to the TV. And
this was at what age?
He was about 3. He was trying to swing the golf club at his brother. And I hear, "Mom, mom, 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 mom." I know what that means. The big one is like, he's serious. So I'm like, no golf clubs in the house, no baseball bats, no hockey sticks, anything that he could wield, he would. He was prepared, weapons, and booby traps. He loves to do booby traps. He's still doing them. He cannot tie a shoe yet, bless his heart, but he can hog tie someone. He can rig things. Like Home Alone is his favorite movie.
Well,
he loves that shit. So
he's taken Fiona's cage, which you guys have heard us mention Fiona. Fiona's the lemur. And she has a big, tall aviary type cage it's got all jungle things and what have you in the inside of it.
Bird cage, but way bigger.
Yes. And he will take her lanyards that we put around her neck or some of her leash that has the little clips on the end. And he will take 3 or 4 or 5 of those, and it will take me an hour.
Just to undo what he has done.
Yeah.
He's counterproductive. He's a good helper, but lots of times I'm like, man, you are just killing me with this. I took him to so the big one wanted to try a free karate class. Rowan was about 2 years old, and they said, "It's okay, you can bring the little one." And we got there a little bit early, and there was another little boy running on the mat. The little boy took his shirt off, so they're running around looking like Bruce Lee. And I was like, oh, this is so cute. Rowan might want to do karate, too. And he's running around, and pretty soon they're dogpiling. And I know my kids, so I'm like, Hawkeyes, waiting for it. This is going to end badly. Like, either he's going to get hurt and get real mad, or he's going to hurt someone. That's the way this is going to end. I'm not a helicopter mom. This is my second child. I know he's not going to break, but he might break something. Or almost definitely. So we're watching them, they run around, and all of a sudden I look, and Rowan gets behind this little boy, throws him in a chokehold, leans back, and that kid's feet come off the ground. And I see the light just fading from his eyes, and I just run out there, and I grab Rowan, I surfboard him under my arm. You know, you real mamas know about surfboard. You just throw him under your fucking arm on your hip and just drag him out of there. And I looked at that mom, and I said, "I am so sorry. We do not choke anyone at our house. He has never seen wrestling. I really don't know where that came from. Like, he might be a baby Spartan. Like, I don't know. He just came this way." And she said, "That was a legit ass chokehold. You should be proud." Fortunately, her child was there for real karate, the other big one. So she was not as freaked out as, one of them.
A normal person.
One of them crunchy moms would have been like, you need to check on him.
You need to check on him, and you need some Jesus.
Something ain't right with that kid.
And you
Send
should
him
sage
to Sunday
him.
school or something. I mean, he needs some Jesus, but he really did. He came to fight. The big one is soft and gentle. The little one is like, I came to fuck shit up.
All right, so we were talking about Rowan in a cage, and I have to tell you, this reminds me of, because we're clearly this subject.
There was no top on the cage. It
Clearly
wasn't like
this-
an actual cage.
Right. Well, that's good.
Just want to clarify.
Well, now they make them where you can just pop them up, and they do have lids on them. Have you seen those?
Shit,
That's
I didn't
interesting.
know about that.
I have one of those for my kangaroo. We'll talk about that later.
Same kind of deal.
Same deal. It is same deal. It's for kids, but it pops up. Yeah, you pull the little top
Good
and
thing
it chip
ain't
bam.
having no more kids.
Well, Tyler at the time. So we were in transition building a house, and we were all living in the same house. And we were at Granny's house, and down below at the hill is where Grandma Thompson lived, right? So it's same property. You go down a little hill. This is Tyler at the ripe age of 2, which you will relate.
Here we go.
Gets up in the middle of the night, crawls out of his crib, because he did it every single night, somehow unlocked, goes through the garage back door, goes out the back garage door, age of 2. Mind you, this is way out country off of Hunter Road. If anybody knows New Braunfels, there was hardly anything out there at the time. Walks down to Grandma Thompson's house, opens up the door to her single wide trailer, which you just, it's got the screen door and then the hard door. Yeah, at 2 a.m.
He was hungry or what?
Not a fear of nothing. I mean, there was...
He came that way.
Holy pickles. Yeah.
It's a second life for them.
My
at
sister
least.
goes to the doctor and said, look, he crawls out of his crib every single night. I don't know what to do. I cannot keep him in his crib. You're talking about cage things and what have you. So everybody that wants to cage your mom, your child, you may want to cage your mom too. I don't know. That's a whole nother episode. We'll talk about that later. But you know what the pediatrician tells her?
What?
I can put the broken bones back together. Let him fall. So for all of you moms out there, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, I'm a horrible mom, or, what do I do with this child or whatever? That was the guy that has the degree on the wall, that has the went to school.
Real medical school.
It wasn't like a math teacher type deal like we've talked about with you. He's got the real paid for this. Yeah.
You can't put him in bubble wrap. You can't keep him in a bubble. I know shit's going to happen.
But he says, let him fall. I can put him back together like Humpty fucking Dumpty.
Listen.
So
it's only so much you can do.
So we let him fall, and he rolled right down the damn hill to Grandma's house.
Imagine that.
At the age of 2.
That way they learn. That's what they say.
Now you want to think, oh my God. Am I screwing up as a parent when your 2-year-old is walking down the hill hitchhiking? He
came that way.
I just cannot.
You cannot.
That's too much.
No, so
that's
Tyler's
too much.
The heathen of your bunch.
He is, but we love him.
Still is.
We love him.
That's
we
okay.
Love him.
That's
we love
okay.
him. We love him. Yeah.
We say, I got one that's, probably gonna be president, and the other one I'm president of a prison gang. I'm just trying to keep him on this side of the law.
Well, if Rowan doesn't end up in Hollywood.
Oh, he's got a lot of spirit.
He has more spirit than...
I know you have a lot of spirit, but it's like if there's an event, he has to have the whole 9. If it's Cowboy Day, he's wearing fucking spurs to school.
He has more...
Mad
you need
that he can't take the whip.
Let's talk about the size. You think the size of my closet is retarded? Let's talk about the size of his costumes.
Okay.
The child has a costume
for everything. And he's wearing the whole deal, all of it.
And because you're telling everybody how much spirit I have, let's talk about how much I appreciate his spirit and what I got him for Christmas.
Okay.
I got him.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know, and if you should, all you moms out there, Where the Wild Things Are.
It's a good one.
It's so stinking cute. And me and Nick were shopping for Christmas, and we were going through Target for whatever reason. I don't know. We walked in there for one thing, and we came out with 500.
And you thought, I know a wild thing.
Yes. And we found this little, it was just a little pajama set. And then within 30 minutes of us leaving, by the time we were done, we had the feet. We had ordered the
hat.
The
hat.
It has the helmet. He has claws.
The whole woolly.
The book.
Oh, girl, he was so proud in front of that Christmas
so
tree.
Cute. Yes, and
he
we have
to sleep in it.
Yes, and it's so cute. And he growled, and it was awesome. Anyways.
He has full gear for everything.
It is.
We go to Mardi Gras, and he's like, I say, you have a Mardi Gras shirt? And
yeah.
He said, no, I need like the whole thing. I need to be the king of Mardi Gras.
But what I love about that, you
encourage it. Embrace it.
Well, because we've all. If y'all haven't seen Kel's Halloween costumes, it's a whole thing. You do love to dress up, and you do that. See, I dress up every single day. Is but I don't consider it dressing up, which is why I scare most small children.
I understand the assignment. If there is a theme, I am fucking doing it, and we are all doing it. And bless my husband, he is a good sport.
He is very
he's like,
good.
you don't really have to dress up. No, if it says there's a theme, we're fucking dressing up.
Yeah.
And we got to be better
Right.
than all these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Like, I want to win the contest.
It's good.
But if you own the bar, you can't win the contest, which I think is bullshit.
It's called cheating.
Because if you're the best, you're the best.
Well,
listen, we go hard.
sometimes we're rule breakers.
I try to limit the number of laws I break on any given occasion. Solid advice. I mean rules. Did I say laws?
So when you were a kid, did your parents embarrass you?
Embarrass me? Like on purpose? Or just
I don't
in
know
general?
that it's because I felt like mine did, but I mean, I don't know if it was on purpose or in general, but I feel like as a parent, I don't purposely embarrass my children, but just like this is kind of how we ended up here creating a podcast because of people asking, who are you, where are you, why are you wearing that, and
what is going
and what
on
are you
with y'all?
doing? Like, it's not Halloween. Why are you dressed like that? But I have
just for fun.
I have a story to tell you about being a boy mom and being on the football fields all the time and baseball fields and soccer fields and
Boys, they want to play the sports. They got to
right.
do
And I
practice
played
and
sports.
games
I mean,
Same.
I grew up on the fields. And
My mom was a tomboy, so she's like, you're playing everything.
I did, and I loved it. And but my oldest son, Mr. Athletic, and played all of them. Baseball was his big deal. He played select ball for forever. The kids played from the time they were 5 until
that alone is a full-time
they were
job,
18.
by the
Yeah,
way.
they did. They played.
Shout out
they
to
were
all you baseball moms.
I'm telling you, they were one game away from the Little League World Series, and we traveled all over and went all over the place, and it was a good time. But this particular time, Gage was in high school, which is my oldest, and I had a big monster truck.
Of course you did.
Yeah, I did. And it would go up and down and had a satellite on top, and it was
so extra.
It was so extra.
He's either real proud or real embarrassed.
Yes.
Mom.
And of course, I mean, having a boy and a boy mom, and of course they're 16 or and half of them are
They're
driving,
starting
or half
to look
of
at
them,
each other's mamas a little different.
Yeah. Things are starting to get real weird in the locker room.
That's your mom?
Yeah.
Dude, don't talk about my mom.
Yeah. And I cannot remember if we were going to the game or coming back to the game or whatever, but you know how they all load up in buses and we either follow them or they come back or whatever.
Right.
Anyways, I had pulled up. It had to have been, I was in the monster truck, so it had to have been, I think they were playing at New Braunfels High School because it was at New Braunfels High School and the kids went to Canyon. So we were at New Braunfels High School, so they must have been playing there. So I pull up in the monster truck, right, which is right up against the fence line.
Of course.
And the kids are all loaded up in the bus, and I drop the truck down, so it goes up. It was like a 3-inch lift, or could go up to an 8-inch lift, whatever. So you got to drop the truck down, or I'm going to bust my freaking ass. You can't get in and out the damn thing, right? So I drop the truck down. It makes this big noise, and
hell of an entrance.
Yep. And so I get out. Garrison's getting down on the other side, and all of a sudden you hear, the song "Stacy's Mom."
Yeah, I heard of it.
Yeah.
Stacy's mom.
Yeah, she got it going on. Yeah. All of a sudden you hear Gagey's mom.
Gagey's mom
Yeah.
has got it
Yep.
going. And you're like,
Oh, shit.
do I smile? Do I get back in the truck?
Yeah.
I already dropped the truck. I can't put
Yes.
it back up.
Yep. And so you want to talk about what in the hell do you do at that moment?
Well,
I mean, I was like, oh my God. Not only because,
I don't know that song.
I mean, like you're saying, things are changing, and oh my gosh, the boys are looking at you know what I mean? It's freaking weird. It's just weird.
I'm not even flattered.
Oh,
it's just
and,
weird.
Yeah, and at that age, kids, they either hate their mom or they're embarrassed by their whatever. Anyways, it was so bad. It was so
Poor Gage.
It was so bad.
Why you gotta be the hot
It was
mom in
like
the monster
I could just
truck?
see him just sinking. Yeah, I don't think he spoke to me for. Oh my gosh.
He's probably still mad.
Yeah, he will be after this. We need to make sure that Nick, make note.
who we
block
blocking.
the sun from the third.
Block all the sons.
All the and Tyler too,
podcast.
the nephews, all the family,
Oh yeah,
the whole
she got
everybody.
nephews she can't even remember right now.
No.
We were at the bar.
Oh yeah,
and
this is a
kids
good
come
one.
up and started talking to you, and Tiffany
yeah.
said,
I look at him.
I think you're my nephew. And I was like, what did you just say
First
to
of all,
him?
he showed up looking like Grizzly freaking Adams. Like, where did that come from? Nobody in the family has got all that going on.
Listen,
I know that y'all are trying all the beard
I thought
thing.
you were
and
just messing
the
with
only
him.
one in our families that have got beard like that are the women.
Listen.
I know. It's terrible.
Rowan told me that shit. Mom, you got a little bit of hair on your lip. And I'm like, well, listen, you know if a kid says it, it's honest.
It's
you
straight
better
up.
Look in that magnifying mirror. You better get a little
you need
bit
to go
closer.
outside and sit in your car and drop that mirror down because you can see everything.
You know, in your car mirror, why do you see everything that you can't
It's
see?
so
You do
bad.
your makeup in the bathroom, it looks fine.
Yeah.
You get out to
and then
your
you
car,
walk
like,
outside
oh,
and
shit.
you do.
Why
Yeah.
didn't anybody tell me about all this? Oh, go ahead. Ask a little boy. He'll tell you the truth.
For real.
Does this look messed up to you? Oh, mama, that's bad.
You did tell me the story about Rowan telling you about your
Oh,
mustache,
and it had
your beard, or
you
your
know, how to address that immediately. Like, oh, he's so rude.
yeah.
But let me look a little closer. It's
And then-
golden, but it's God, it's there.
It's so bad. I
Mad
don't know what
about it.
happens at older when the older you get, but yeah.
Weird things and stuff. You gotta embrace it or ask your little boy to tell you the truth. Do I got a hair back there?
Rowan is very truthful.
I mean, it's a blessing and a curse, and I would say he comes by it honestly. The other day I was telling him we got to take Bubba to baseball practice, and he said, well, why can't Bubba just drive Daddy's truck? And I said, Bubba's only 13. You have to have a driver's license.
There's a process.
Yeah, and he said, well, why doesn't he just get Daddy's driver's license, cut out a picture of himself, put it on the driver's license, and then he could just drive himself to practice? And I said, Rowan, that's illegal. It's
First
called
of all-
making a fake ID. Remember I said I'm trying to keep him out of jail. Mm-hmm. And, you know, he thought it was completely legit, and he had the best idea. And why would Bubba not think of that? You know, he thinks he's smarter than everybody.
The fact that he knows that you can cut out a pic.
This is a thing. How did he just came like this? That's what I'm telling you.
Why is he copy and pasting driver's
And listen,
license
these kids
on the
know how to copy and paste everything, like
on the
just
black market at the
from
age of 7?
From the iPad, you can put a signature. They could just copy and paste and copy.
See?
You don't even got to forge shit anymore. They don't even have to hold a pen. I signed it one time, and he could put it wherever he wants now on the iPad. I'm mind blown. I mean, they lucky they didn't have that shit when we were kids.
And they think that we're failing as mothers, as
Listen,
parents.
we were not.
And this is
we were
how
not
what they're
prepped for this.
This is what they're teaching them in school: how to copy and paste.
We had to take a real pen and copy the signature and practice.
We're all walking
it.
around like hunchbacks
to
because
get
of all the
yourself out of
bullshit and the
school or-
backpacks and books
Oh yeah,
and the
no, not anymore.
things
So
we
they
have
do
to
it
carry
all on
around.
an iPad here. No joke. The kids
can't.
can barely write words.
No.
They voice text. They don't even, I guess I'm just showing my age with that shit. I'm like, what do you mean you got addicted to something? That's not what I meant, Mom. I'm like, well, you better spell check at least.
So what we need to, I guess I need to have a dictionary for the littles so they can get like real.
Oh yeah, they just making shit up now, abbreviating everything.
Well, I do
squishing
that.
it all together. Well, that's fine, but that's different.
I do.
You have to actually know how to do the real word first before you start making shit short.
I think it's just because nothing makes sense to me, so I just make it up as I go along.
And that's fine. That's life. Just make
Yeah.
it up as you go along. That's all you can do. No, but like I said, there's no instruction manual. And then you think you got the hang of it, and then something new pops up.
I think after that baseball game when I was completely devastated and humiliated my child, and I'm surprised that and maybe he still is in therapy over that whole deal, or maybe we should I just let it go? Should I even unbury that horrible situation? It was awful.
Sometimes I'm sure it stayed with him, and he's tried to push
But
it
I'm pretty
down.
sure that after that was when I started putting cocktails in my Yeti cup to go to the games.
Well, because you can't do that.
And just
shit
say, I mean,
sober.
if y'all are doing it, it's okay. Just don't tell everybody.
It could be
it's fine.
Gatorade. It could be water.
It could be anything.
Don't be mouthier than usual. Be mouthy at baseline, and then they won't even know the difference. That's what I do. I mean, I came like this.
I did yell at
thirsty.
one of the football games. We were sitting. This is one of Garrison's games, which is the youngest, and once again, the tomboy thing. All sports. I love my football, and as a matter of fact,
Can't see it with
Did
all
you
that
see
hair.
I know, my dreads. Did you see where my
Classy
shirt?
until kickoff.
My shirt says classy until
Then
kickoff,
ratchet.
which is, and it's a whole, things come out of my mouth that it's so bad. I mean, even in, like when we just went to a UT game, and
Even when it's not your kid on the field, you
seriously,
still get mad.
I mean, I apologize to
You
the
got money on this game? Why are you
sweetest
so
little
mad?
lady in front of me. She was so sweet, and I literally introduced myself and I apologized because we have season tickets, and I apologized because it was the first time I'd been to the game, because I just wanted to let her know that there's going to be things that are going to come out of my mouth that
You apologized in advance?
I did, that I wanted to say. I'm
good.
sorry that
Sorry about this mouth.
things are going to come out of this mouth that I'm pretty sure you have never heard before. But I was at a high school football game, and was sitting up at the stands, and it was a freshman game. Wasn't a whole lot of people there. I think the weather was just shit. But
Probably.
anyways, yep. And
Usually
so
is.
I go up there and I sit down, and quarterback passes, and it goes like in me instantly. I mean, and don't act like y'all don't do all this, because I mean, if y'all look, I've heard y'all sit and watch football games, and I know that y'all, and we all think we're the damn coach. Okay, so just hush.
Everybody thinks
Don't
they're
judge
the
me
coach.
right now. That's shame on you. Shame on you.
Don't want to come to practice, but they want to be the coach on game day.
Yeah. So me and my dumbass, and not thinking, and blurts out, "Who the fuck are you throwing the ball to?" And I was like, "What are you doing?"
That's somebody's kid. Wait.
Yep.
She's probably
Sure
sitting
enough,
right next to you.
Yep. Sure enough, the mom is sitting from me to you, and she turns around and looks at me, and I said, "I am so sorry right now that I just get so involved, and I'm just so into the game." And she was like, I think at first she was like, "Who the hell are you?" And then she like,
But she knew you weren't wrong. It was clear what had happened.
And then it came out, and she was like, "I know." And I was like, "Oh, thank God you're not."
I did that at the baseball game.
I didn't know if I was going to have to come to the next game fully dressed in uniform and pads and or like a zipper in my mouth, or 14 pieces of bubble
small
gum.
or not, you look mean. They're not going to fuck with you.
25 packs of sunflower seeds, so I'd shut the hell up. Or
I did that at the baseball game. You know, when somebody is stealing home, the pitcher is supposed to cover home. I don't do football a lot. That's another difference between us.
yeah.
I will go if it's at the real game or my kid is playing. Otherwise, I don't give a damn about football. I'm like, is this an important game? Is someone going somewhere? If they
And
win
your boys
this?
love football.
Yeah,
and I'm
they're
the one
all
that,
about it.
Yes, I have
They
to
can
text them
watch
and say, "Hey, make sure that the boys
updates,
know that the game starts at 3 o'clock."
Same thing. So I'm like, they score like 3 runs because the damn pitcher's not covering home. And I look over and I'm like, whose kid is that? Well, that's clearly the pitcher's fault. And she turns around and she said, they are just children. Keep in mind, they're like 13 years old. And we know by this point,
They're
what the hell.
13. They're grown ass men at this
Listen,
point.
they've
They
been
just got their
playing-
first ball hair.
They've been playing since Little League.
Come on.
If you do nothing else, cover home.
Jesus.
And she's like, they are just
Just
children.
they went to the new cup size.
They do not need to be corrected or yelled at. And I was like, you know what? I did not know that was her son. He was in the wrong, but I will refrain from correcting anyone's child but my own.
Did you change seats next time?
Oh, she avoided me for the rest of the season. And then guess what? We play the next season. Guess who's on our team again? Yup, that kid's mom. Look, I'm sorry what I said. I'm not sorry what I said because it was right. It was correct. And if it was my kid, I would have yelled at him just the same. But like, cover home. What are you doing?
Oh my gosh.
You're costing us time, money, energy. I'm about to have to.
And money. I don't know what kind of money y'all
I'm
have
about
on
to
this
have to-
13-year-old
listen,
game.
I'm about
but
to fight somebody's
seriously,
mom because I'm yelling at her kid, and I better
kid's dumb.
better just sit back with my drink and try to watch my mouth.
Wow.
I'll try harder. That's all I can do. But I'm into it. I'm here for it. And they yelled at me when I was on the field.
I learned it honestly. I mean, I guess that is something you learn because you do pick up things from your parents. But I remember growing up, and my brother, well, for one, I played softball for 9 years, and my dad got thrown out of so many games. I was extremely, still am. I do not like to. You don't like to lose either. We're both very, 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 very competitive. Oh my gosh, do not like to lose. Damn sure don't like to lose to
That's
a boy.
why we're on the same team, girl.
Yeah, we are. Yep. And but I remember my dad just
Hooting and hollering and
holy pickles and just getting thrown out of games. But I remember
yelling at the
one
umpire.
time, yes, my brother was the kid that you that's out in the soccer field that could give two shits about chasing a ball, that he was out there picking flowers and scratching his balls.
I got a sister like that. Same. Yep. They made her play, out there mad.
Yep. Trying to figure out, checking out his pee-pee and pulling his pant. You know how the boys trying to learn how to tie his jaw. Yeah. And my dad screaming at the top of his lungs. Yeah.
Because he's competitive.
Quit picking your fucking nose and get your hands off your balls. And I was like,
oh, Harold.
I'm pretty sure he was 5. My brother. Yeah.
And everyone else's parent is like,
yeah. And Harold's not a small dude.
Poor child.
Right. Yeah, poor child.
His dad is so mouthy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then there I am, screaming and yelling. And of course, you're doing the same. So
yeah, well, that's the thing. We into it. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to correct y'all. I can't watch this bullshit.
And it just
y'all know better. What are you doing?
Yeah. And I think I started that. Even it didn't matter if the kids were 5 or if they were 16 or if they're 18 or.
Clearly,
Gage still plays softball here in town, and
he don't want you to go to the game.
Well, we do. We ride the scooters and we go over and watch the game, and we're still. I'm still doing the same
Mom,
shit.
Stop yelling at me.
Yes.
I'm grown.
Yes, exactly. And he's still playing with some of the kids that he grew up playing ball with, and it's so fun. It's so fun to watch them. But yeah, nothing's changed. But now now we scream at the TV. I was just at a UT game screaming horrible, ugly things.
But you apologized in advance.
Yeah, she was so sweet.
Of course
she was so sweet. But I did.
Virgin
I was thinking, why?
Never going to be the same.
Dear Lord, who picked out these seats? And why
clearly not you.
You can't.
Don't put me with these
sweet little
librarians.
Innocent. What do you call them when they've been there for the ones that have been to the college forever and the whole family's gone and what
legacy?
What?
Alumni.
There it is. See?
I'm a legacy.
That's not in my dictionary. I don't know.
Yeah. Alumni. Yeah. When a bunch of them, they all go to the
same. Yes. Right. The whole row. Yep. I almost told her to take her little dilly bopper out, so I didn't
blow her.
Yeah. I know. Yeah.
Are you recording this? Are we live?
Oh my gosh! And that was the game where it was literally
neck and neck.
It was 1 point. It was brutal.
Not the game they ran out of beer, right? Oh wait, that was SMU. See, I pay attention.
Look
Funny
at
shit
you.
Like that.
That is a horrible situation.
The Bobcats went up to play SMU and they ran out of beer in the second quarter. They said they just don't party like San Marcos does. Shout out Bobcats. Eat them up.
That's horse shit.
That's embarrassing. Y'all better call somebody.
Oh my God.
Bring the truck back. Y'all know the Budweiser guy?
Y'all don't have GPS?
Anything.
Well, they should.
They underestimated.
They should holler at us
Party
because
school.
we know people. That's we could have sent a truckload.
We're competitive. We like to drink. We're not fucking around.
We would have shared a Yeti cup.
We came to party. we
came
to win and we came to party.
We come prepared for these situations. You
should have brought a backpack cooler. I mean,
kind of like
something.
when we prepped to go to the beach house and our entire truck was full because we just needed to stock up for a week.
Just in case.
For a weekend.
I mean, you never know. Good
times
may ensue.
Like our porch sessions.
Sometimes they're long, mostly. Sometimes they're longer.
Sometimes when they get too long, and Kel says, I have a box of wine on top of my refrigerator. I just want all of you to know.
Okay, listen.
And I tell you this because...
And you have a wine cellar? So you're embarrassed when I say box of wine.
I cannot do it.
Stays good for so long.
I cannot do it. I can't.
Well, I know that's why you bring your own bottles.
Yeah.
And I'll drink it when you come.
So
you don't feel alone. She bring the good wine, though. Don't play.
That's when some of our porch sessions end.
Well,
she says,
I'm like, ooh, that wine, though, girl.
It's so good. It's one of these days we're going to have to...
wine session?
We're going to have a portionate session, and we are going to share. Y'all, Kel is the cutest, snuggliest, sleepiest...
I got a bad reputation to uphold. I don't appreciate you making me look soft.
It is so cute. It is so cute, though.
Oh Lord.
Yep.
It's a different kind of drunk, though. When you drink wine, it's not like you don't want to fight somebody. You just want to tell them like it is.
But you're feisty.
Well, listen, I'm at baseline. That's why I don't do shots, because I know myself. I'm doing the world a favor. You see how I am now? Y'all want me to kick it up a notch? I don't think you do.
No.
Nobody will. I'll have fun, I guarantee you, but not everyone's going to have fun. Somebody might leave crying. Just because I'm honest. Sometimes honest sounds rude.
Yeah.
Sometimes I apologize in advance. My husband said I'm mean-ish. I'm not a mean girl, but I'm mean-ish. I got a big heart.
You do have a big
But
heart.
damn this mouth.
It's good. It's good.
It's something.
It's-
and as long as you acknowledge.
Hey, it's what keeps our little conversations going, and it keeps us
We never
talking about a
bored.
lot of things, and
We never bored.
never. No.
Bounce it off each other. Make sure I don't feel crazier. Just crazy enough.
Yeah.
Let me tell you this story. Does this make you sound crazy? No, girl, you're good. Okay, good. Made me feel better.
Yes, we have a lot of those.
Because the craziness, it will come.
Oh, it's come.
It's not matter what happens. It's
come out.
how you
It's
handle
come out.
it.
It's come out.
Right?
Which goes into our parenting skills, I guess.
Oh, it's a good time. It's a wild ride. It is not for everyone. It's not for the weak.
Which is just like our show. This is
wouldn't-
not for everyone.
It's not for the weak.
But we are for some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't change it for the world.
No,
We are fortunate to be fortunate.
that is a fact.
We've probably been rambling on enough.
You think?
I don't know. I mean, we could go all night.
So we've talked about different guests and what have you that are going to come and visit, and so next week I have a special guest that's going to come and join us. So
Oh, yeah.
and I'm not telling you.
It's going to be top secret. Why? Because I got a big mouth?
No, because we have to wait until we porch it.
Okay.
But it's going to be a surprise.
We don't
it's
like
going
to
be
rehearse.
chaotic. It's going to be different. It's going to it's going to be
We throw a little third
it's
party
going to be
in the
fun.
mix.
It's going to be so much fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, girl.
I'm super excited. So we have some big things to talk about next week, but we definitely have
Special guest.
we do have a special guest. It's going to
Got
be
some
fun.
treats in store. Everybody stay tuned.
Yes. Well, thank you guys for
See
joining
you back
us.
at the porch.
Yes. Thanks for listening to our boy stories.
There's more to come.
All right.
No pun intended.
We'll see you next week. Thanks.